Hey everybody, welcome to the Old Virginia Smoke YouTube channel. My name is Luke Darnell, Pitmaster, and today we're going to show you how we cook Wagyu beef spare ribs from Snake River Farms. It is one of our most delicious bites of food that we make here at the house, and today we're going to show you how we get that done. So let's get to cooking. Today we're going to be cooking the Snake River Farm beef ribs. These things are marbled straight out of hell. They look amazing. It's one of our favorite things to cook, and it doesn't matter what we're really cooking it on, but today we're going to cook this on our Traeger. So what we've got going on here, look at the fat content on this. And you're going to see that there's a lot of surface fat on the top of these beef short ribs. So we're going to sit there and we're going to trim this down so we can get a good look at all of the delicious meat that's under there. Now, I know what you're thinking. He trims really fast, but I wanted you to see the whole thing and all the detail that I do, because I think it's important to see, how detailed. We want to get as much of the rub contact on this ribs, because that's the best part of a beef rib is the outside, just that unctuous flavor. So we put this on 4 times speed so you can just see us get down there to it. It's going to make it, so it's just going to be a very flavorful bite. We don't want all that fat, all that silver skin. So now we've got to the point where we're going to do some rubbing on these bad boys, and we've got 2 of our favorites. Bold and Beefy from Blues Hog, which is just replace salt and pepper on our kitchen table. This stuff is tremendous on everything. So we're going to give it a really good heavy coat of the Bold and Beefy. And we like to say, you bold and beefy, you know you need me. And then we're going to hit it with a little bit of the rodeo rub, which is a chunky rub that's great on big cuts of beef. Really gives it some texture and gives it that really cool look at the end. And the rodeo is really good at that, and it's exceptional on beef. So we're going to make sure we give that a pretty heavy coat on top of our Snake River Farms beef ribs. Pat that in. Make sure we get full coverage, because every bite of this rib is going to be delicious. And then we're going to let that set for about 30 minutes, and then we'll be good to go into the smoker. We want to give that rub time to penetrate, get that salt to get into the meat. So we got our Traeger here running at about 300 degrees, and we're going to get ready to put our beef short ribs in. Now we're going to put these meat side up, let that smoke come over the top of them, and get it in there on that top shelf of the gateway, that top shelf of the Traeger. We're just going to let this bad boy eat. It's going to give it a very delicate smoke flavor from the pellet grill, and we're going to let it sit in there for about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. And then we're going to open it up again and take a look and see what we got. And as you can see, that crust is looking really nice on this. It is going to be delicious, but in order to break down all of this Wagyu fat, we're really going to need to have to wrap this and get that fat going. So we're going to take these beef ribs, we're going to put them in some foil here. We're going to wrap them meat side up. We don't want to ruin that beautiful crust that we've got on there. We'll temp this. It's probably about 185, 180, 175. It's perfect. It's what we want. Again, we're going to wrap it on the color and pull it on the feel. We've got really good color with this. With these Wagyu products from Snake River Farms, very little time do you need to add liquid to these. If we wanted to add a little bit of beef broth to this, we could, but we're just going to go ahead and wrap this up tight in foil and get our special little package here back into the Traeger. Get it back cooking. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting hungry watching this. So we'll put it back in there, and we were about 175 when we wrapped. We're going to close her down and get that thing going again. And we're going to take these beef ribs up to about 210 degrees to try and render as much of this fat out as we can. So we leave it in there for probably about 45 more minutes to an hour. At 300 degrees, it's a really short cook. And then look and see what we have created. This beautiful rack of Snake River Farms Wagyu beef ribs. Look at these things. Just beautiful. Beautiful color. Beautiful crust on the outside. Get a little slice of this with our slicer knife here. Cut down along that outside bone. Now sometimes you'll get it so the bone pulls out and you don't get the cool presentation. That's fine. Like that. See that happen sometimes. And, we get a good laugh out of it. It's still delicious to eat. But if you look at this guy on the inside, just unbelievably moist, unbelievably tender. And look at that, baby. We're ready to go. So enjoy it. Give us a follow, and we'll see you on the other side.